Okay, so we left off with this little flappy thing here, and I think what I want to do is put a magnet so that it will stay closed. So I need to do that first. I've already got the signature ready, so let's grab some little magnets and get those in place. These little things always, make me fumble because they're, they want to stick together and you got to get the right sides, and anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put it about there. Make sure it's stuck down. And test the other magnet, make sure I've got the right spot. And then we will put the other magnet down. So what I'm going to do is close it and put the magnet on this side and make sure that it's in the right spot. And then we can just cover it up, make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. That's good to go. So now, I did already cut out a little front pocket. Which side do I want? Well, maybe that green side. This is really pretty, but I don't want it to be too contrasting with the first page in the journal. Okay, so let's get that down. And then I have pockets that go on the sides and the front and back that I cut out from the scraps. I'm trying to use up as much of everything as I can in these journals. Of course, I'm just making this one with you guys, but I plan on making a bunch of them, so it's really kind of mass making, but I'm just showing you how I'm doing one of them. Now I could have put these on before and sewn them with the cover, but I just really wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do yet, so I kind of wanted to have the ability to make that decision as I went along. So it works out just fine. You can still see the stitching from the front and at the top and the bottom of the journal. So it's okay. Plus it would have made it harder for me to get the magnet in there. Okay, so now we've got that down. I like that. That is going to work. Let's stitch in the signature. Grab my stuff. I have this old vintage box that I keep all my supplies in for binding. Let's get that, and a big needle. Let me grab some embroidery floss. Okay, I'm going to use 2 strands. Let me make sure everything is in the right direction. Yes, it is. So, find the center. I just use these big paper clips to hold them at the top, and then it gives me some wiggle room. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm not going for perfection here. I need to adjust this just a touch. There we go. I always push on the center to make sure that all the papers are pushed together. And here we go. Poke a hole through there. And I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is pretty basic, and there are loads and loads of tutorials online on how to do that. So I'm not going to waste your time showing you how to do something you already probably know how to do or can find it pretty easily online. And there's the last hole. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing on camera because it's at a weird angle, but you guys know what I'm doing. I'm going to pull these in opposite directions so that it makes it easier for me to get the needle back through. Sometimes it's tricky to get that last hole and without splitting the threads, which I don't want to do because then that makes, you can't tighten the signature, the threads in the signature. Okay. Let me put this away so I have room to move. Give it a pull. Oh, that's nice and tight. And I am just going to do a square knot, which is right over left and left over right. And then I'm going to do an S knot, and if you haven't done one of those before, you put the thread underneath and then through the loop, and then on the other side you do it in the opposite direction, so you go underneath the thread, make a loop and put it there, and then you just pull them to the center and give a tug, and then that makes a nice secondary knot. And take those clips off, and there is the signature all sewn in. Let's put some eyelets. Let's see. We'll just use black. Basic black. Now I could have poked the holes or punched the holes before, but it's all good. I want it just a touch more. There we go. And I think I will be tying these with red seam binding. Okay, there's one. But I will put that in after. Oh gosh, I'm fumbling, guys. I think I'll put the seam binding in after I put everything inside, if that makes sense. It sticks out a little bit on the side, but that's okay because it's going to be covered with thread. So there's that. And then I think I want to put a couple of belly bands in. Let's see where those would be good. Maybe on this red, I will put some belly bands that I've already cut from my scraps. And then we'll have a couple of spots to places where we can tuck things. Oops. That one's a titch longer. Let me get my little scissors. I'll put a thread through there. Let's put another belly band in. Let's see. Let's put it on, put both of them on the red. Which one do we want? Oh, that's pretty. Let's do that one. I'm hoping not to have a lot of scraps left over when I finish this project. I'm trying to use up everything I can. Okay, now, let's see. I do have some ephemera that's I'm going to put in, but I need to put some page tabs, a couple of page tabs, and some lace on the edges of some of these pages. Let me grab these, and I really like this one. It's pretty vintage. It's just a pretty lace, and I've got a lot of it. So let's just run a line of glue. I don't have a specific amount that I put. I just kind of go random. Whatever feels right, you know. Whatever feels right and looks good. So this is going to be my first of many journals. Many Christmas journals, I should say, because I want to use up my supplies. Stop hoarding them. There's one. Let's put one on here. Let's do a red one. Put a little more glue because this is a heavier trim. I'll make sure it seeps into the paper and the trim. Well, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. One more maybe on the last page. Let's do a different one. Let's do this one. Okay. Last lace. I'm going to let that dry a little bit because I don't want the pages to stick together. And then I think what we can do is add some of the ephemera that I gathered together and put some stuff inside and see how it works. And if I need to add more, I can do that, right? So I'm just giving that a second to dry while I wind this back up on the little spool. Where'd my pin? There's one. And last but not least, I got a bunch of these laces from an estate sale, which was awesome because they were like super, super cheap. Like, I don't know, like maybe 50 cents, and I got 50 yards or something. Okay, so I want to put, you know what? I want to put a card right here. Let me see if I have some, oh, here's a piece in my stash. I want a card. I don't want to cover up the magnet, so I need to cut it down a little bit. And let me round the corners. I think my corner rounder is dying. It's kind of hard to use. I am going to distress the edges of this just a little bit because these are more vintagey journals. I am going to do some that are like more farm themed, and then some bright colors because I have a lot of paper that I've had for quite a while. Okay, that's not going to obstruct that, so let's put this down. And then this will be like an additional journaling space or a place for a picture or something. And I do have loads of stickers and decals and all kinds of things that I can use. So, I like that. That's so cute. Let me grab the stickers that I pulled out. I only have a few left on this one, so I kind of like to use it. What about this one, guys? What do you think if I put that and it can peek out? I kind of like that. That ought to be way cute. How cute is that? That's adorable. Okay. So cute, right? Okay, so let me cover my glue so it doesn't dry out. And I want to put a couple of page tabs in, just like 3 or 4. Let me see what I've got here. What else? Got a snowflake. Okay, let's see. Let's put one here. I've got glue all over my fingers now. Okay, there's one. Let's go a few pages in. Let's put one on this one. good. Just 3, because we've got the lace that kind of divides it, right? So, last tab. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's see. I do have some stickers and stuff that I just set to the side of me. Already got something there. You know what, that might be cute on the front, just to give it a little dimension. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. And it still stays closed. And then I have this little card, little Christmas card. It's just blank inside. And I think I'll put that in the center in a tuck spot. I have been looking at all this Christmas stuff and kind of, you know, sort of deciding what I wanted to do with it, or, you know, how I wanted to use stuff. So it's kind of nice to see it coming together. And then I have this Christmas card, and it was much wider, but I cut it down. So it's another journaling spot. And let's see. Card. I'm gonna have to get some more things together, I think, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough ephemera to put in here. I don't want to fill everything up so much that there's not enough room for somebody to put their own things in, but look at this cute paper I found. Santa's ledger. Number, name, boy, girl, nice, and age. Isn't that cute? That would go cute right there. Let's do that. Put this vintage Santa Claus. So cute. I love that. Maybe right there. What else? What else? What else? Dear Santa, thanks so much. Oops. Let's do it that way. Let's put that there. That would be cute. And a little card there. And I'm going to get some more ephemera to put in other spots. Look at this. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm going to have to find some more things to put in the journal. But I think that's it. And then I'll get some red seam binding and tie it. And that will be so cute. What do you guys think? Nice selection of papers. This is a placemat that I cut down. And a doily. And red copy paper. I need to put a red, let's put a red seam binding, the old lacy seam binding. I have just a little bit of this stuff left. Let's see how that works. And this is just a piece of vellum that I cut and then poked holes in, you know, punched holes in. Come on. Oh, that's cute. That's way cute. Okay, so I need a few more tags and something for there. So maybe like 4 or 5 more things that I will rummage through my stuff and find to put in there. And then I will come back and show you the finished, completely finished product. Know what I forgot? I forgot to put on the corners on this. So I think I want to use these darker ones because it's kind of has that feel to it. So I need 4 of those. And let's just pop those on really quick. Give them a good squeeze so they don't come off. Good. Oh, see? Sometimes I put a little drop of glue in there, but if you give them a good enough squeeze, it doesn't really need it. Okay, that's not coming off. Next, alrighty, I think this little baby is done except for the red seam binding. I need to go buy some. I could dye it, but I just want to go get it. Oh, it needs a little more squeezing. Okay, good. Okay, so let's look at it. I need something there. I'll put this card in here instead of the other one, and then a little writing spot made out of scrap paper. And I need a couple more, like I said, so I'll have to go through my things. Put a card, a vintage Christmas card there, and one here. So I think just 2 or 3 things, and then it'll be done. So I'll come back and show you again when it's completely done.